it's Mary Richardson with Music Junkie Press. We're back down here in San Francisco. We're at the Regency Ballroom. Very special guest for you. We've got Olaf and Jake from Amaranthe. Welcome.
Hi guys.
Okay, the tour's winding down. We're coming down to the end of the tour. Yes. Well, how's it been? What's been the highlights for you?
It's been fantastic. I mean, there's a lot of highlights, but just to see that many kids coming out to the shows in general has been fantastic. And, we had a really great run in Canada. We played, I think, 3 pieces that we haven't played before, which was like almost completely sold out. So yeah, it's been a really good tour. And it's
been amazing to see. Actually, the neat thing is that we've seen the same thing with a lot of generations are coming to you guys. You guys have young fans, you've got all age ranges of fans, and not only that, but a variety. Everything from the metal, the pop, the rock, they all come out for it. Yeah. And I think also, I mean, it's how do you guys actually come up with the fact that you guys create these 3 different sounds as well and fuse it together, which is so prevalent with the new album as well from October, Massive Addictive. How has it been for you to see just the wide range of varied audiences that you guys come across?
Yeah, we've always had that actually. Like we've never had like one kind of audience. We've always had like young girls and up to like really old grandpas in the audience. Like that is really cool. And I think our music is there's a little bit for everyone in our music.
And it's kind of the music itself is trying to be inclusive or including instead of trying to exclude people and be super exclusive and only for some certain people. So to see that there's like this big range going on is really fun for us actually.
It's great. You guys come out with amazing energy when you hit the stage. Do you guys have a pre-show ritual together as a band that you guys do?
Not really.
Not together. Like we have our small things that we usually do, but usually we try to relax a bit, like the first hour or so before, or the last hour before the show. And especially now that we're playing 1.5 hours, it's pretty damn intense. So. And
you guys are bringing a little bit of all 3 albums. I mean, everything you're playing. Very good, very cool. We got to talk about Digital World. It is amazing because you guys, it's sort of definitely a commentary on today. I love it. Can you tell everybody a little bit more about that? What was your voice behind that? I mean, what you're trying to tell everybody.
Yeah, well, I let Olaf answer this because I guess
nobody was, and I would just say exactly the same thing. We'll just repeat. No, I'm kidding. But no, we were sitting in the studio. It was actually one of the last tracks that we finished for the record, and we didn't have a lyrical theme at first, but it was just something that kind of just organically, grew as we were, composing the lyrics in the song. Me, Jake, and Elise, and I think it's kind of like a bit of a satire on today's society, but also a little bit on ourselves, because we're obviously a very digital kind of band, with all these electronic elements and whatever, and still we say that we should start a revolution against, the digital society. So, but it's like, it's definitely a social commentary as well. Like, for example, if we go out to a restaurant today, we'll see everybody's just watching their cell phones instead of talking to each other. And of course, like social media and that kind of technology can be a really good thing. Like for us who's traveling, we can stay in touch with our loved ones back home and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's very easy to get stuck in that digital world. And the song is a bit about, leaving the screen behind, go outside in the sunshine, and do real things with real people.
Have you guys, when you are back at home, find a time where you just sort of unplug and disconnect? I mean, is it after tour that you do that, or pretty much?
It's sometimes really hard as we're trying to manage most of the stuff behind the band ourselves. Like, you can't just stop working because then the whole machinery just closes down. But try to get the weekends when you have a weekend, just to leave everything and do something else. I think it's really important to do that.
To be able to do that, and I think it is, especially, I mean, with the real young generation who's growing up with that, who haven't had that part where you didn't sort of explain your whole day online, But the other part is it does open up the music. Your music has come across the globe. Everyone hears it, knows it, and you guys have been very involved with your fans, and I think for them to be able to to, you know, they express themselves to you and you guys actually comment back and get involved. For them, it's a huge thing and a great way, and I'm sure they all thank you for that. Have you guys come across a lot of fans on this tour as well who tell you about how much your music has helped them and changed them or inspired them?
Yeah, we have, and especially on the last US tour we did, there was one guy that we met a year before, and he told us that he had like all this kind of problems. He almost was suicidal, but he told us, and he also gave me a letter where he like, you have to read this after the show, which I did.
Yeah.
And he told us about all his problems, but he found our music and that helped him. And the next time I met him on the last tour, he was there again, and he gave me another letter. And apparently he fell down again in this fucking black hole. But our new album helped him up again. And for us as musicians and songwriters, it's really, really hard to understand. But
Absolutely.
because like that's not the whole point with making music.
Yeah.
in the first. But then you realize that what music can do for others.
Exactly.
So that is really, really cool.
Yeah, we did a really long interview regarding this in New York, specifically regarding people who were, you know, going through rough and dark times, and they had us, you know, speaking about our rough and dark times as well. And what I kind of realized personally is that when we started the band, we were all going through some pretty tough times. We had, you know, all lost family members, and you know, we were pretty, you know, probably in a pretty black hole ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, the music that we were writing back then was very positive and probably helped to pick us up ourselves. But that it could have that effect on other people is very, very hard to understand. It's extremely humbling.
It's amazing because it's actually self-serving on both sides. For you guys, it was a release, and actually at the same time, somebody else was able to use that as well. Could you maybe?
I have to add another thing on that, which I actually think is really weird, because like when you write lyrics, for example, I might have a storyline in my head that this song is about the fucking Red Bull.
Yeah.
But then people come up to you and say like, this song about that water bottle or this rabbit or whatever, they say like, that totally same. I totally understand what you mean.
Exactly.
And you're like, okay, the song is about the Red Bull bottle. I'm not going to tell you that, but it's nice that the funny story helped you. You know, like that is also weird because like.
They literally connect to it.
Yeah, they connect to it, but in a totally different way than the one writing it did. So
that is
also
cool.
the cool thing about music is that it can be like interpreted in those different ways.
Yeah, they come across and you're like, you know, that song, it's like you almost can't tell anybody what songs are about because you never know what they're going to pull from it. And,
exactly.
And that's the thing, is the music has been there for over the generations. Could you remember when you were younger, maybe a particular song that might have been your go-to song to lift you up or something when you were growing up, or having those struggles, or a certain album that might have helped you through your hardest times?
I think like all the music that you were listening to back then, I was listening a lot to like in the really early days, like Metallica and Iron Maiden, you know, stuff like that. And later on, I was listening a lot to like melodic death metal, like In Flames, Dark and Brody, and they have these kind of, you know, poetical and kind of fantastical sort of lyrics. So I guess that was probably an escape from reality in some ways.
Exactly, that's great. Any for you that stand out, take it off?
Not really that helped me out, but like I could probably put on some music like Halloween or something like that, when like happy music.
Yeah.
Also like Gamma Ray or something that, you know, like at least sounds happy.
Yeah.
Back then I had no idea what the lyrics was about because I did not understand what they were saying, but
and it becomes a release. It doesn't matter because it brings you out, you know, the same thing. It's like you either bring you up or down. You don't really, you know, you just attach to it. And I think now, how about the audiences? How has it been when you're out there and the energy you see that when they're in there? We've seen some footage of when the people are at your shows, they're literally in the moment. You know, it's neat because you don't see all their cameras up in this whole big sea of it. They're just there. And how is that to see that they're so present, you know, when you guys perform?
yeah, it's really, really cool. And sometimes I don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah. I know you always have the person who wants to get something for, you know, it's such a moment that they want to savor it later.
But like for us, we're a pretty new band, and like for some weird reason, I can understand why people are standing there crying when Justin Bieber passed them. But I can't understand why people cry when they meet me.
Because we're just us.
Yeah, we're just
Nobody's
us.
special.
We're nothing special. So that is actually pretty weird.
It's neat because it's for them. It's I mean, and it's so funny.
Yeah,
Because-
of course, we are their Justin Biebers.
Exactly,
But,
exactly.
we
And it
will
makes
never
such a
understand that.
connection. And I think that's great. You guys have really touched a great audience. And the neat thing is, it's all ages, it's all genres. Everybody comes out, and that's why being here in San Francisco, it's going to be great to see the crowd again come out and do that. Now, you guys finish up your tour tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then what's your plans after that?
We fly home the 4th, we land the 5th, and we have a show the 7th in Czech Republic.
Oh my God.
So
No rest for the week.
No rest for you guys.
probably gonna have time to take a shower then go back.
Exactly.
And then after that, what are you doing for the summer festivals? Or?
Yes, there's some summer festivals,
Great.
and then we have some time off in September, and then we'll probably come back to the US October, November again.
Yes.
Very
So
cool.
we're going to be back very soon.
Oh, we're looking forward to that, definitely. Lastly, is there anything
So-
else you'd like to share with your fans and our audience?
Just that we're
Buy the albums.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're extremely excited to be back here at the region scene. We were here just a few months ago, and now we're back. So we hope we can keep coming back. And it's thanks to you guys.
And if Red Bull sees this, I drink a lot of Red Bull. Awesome. See you.
See you.
Tell them to come back to the show and bring some Red Bull.